I was recently mocked in front of a group of people, and I had to access and activate some information, some advice that I've given people over the years, which is don't worry about the opinions of other people because it's always going to be based on incomplete information. And so this mocking, it didn't come from a full understanding, but really out of just enough ignorance to be dangerous. And that's really the nature of criticism. Most of it doesn't come from people who have walked the path that you've walked and paid the price that you've paid. It really often comes out of quick judgments without any context. It's so much easier to mock what you don't understand than it is to lean in and learn. And not that I am comparing myself to Jesus and say that I know what Jesus went through or anything like that, but it reminds me of the beautiful Savior that we have and how deeply he felt the things that we feel. You know, that's exactly what Jesus endured to the fifth power. You know, he was mocked by the Pharisees. He was mocked by Roman soldiers, even the crowds who didn't see the truth of who he was. But when you read the Bible, you understand that their mockery came from partial knowledge and a little bit of blindness. And in my world, the things that we teach, we like to call that arrival syndrome, assuming that you know all there is to know and not being open to new information and leaning into learning. But what we see with Jesus is that he did not let their voices define him. Jesus stayed rooted in his Father's will. Jesus was faithful to his mission. And so there's a lesson that we can look at the example of Christ and how he operated in his mission and in his ministry. And it's, when mockery, it comes your way, because it's going to happen at some level, are you going to let it distract you? Or are you going to follow Christ's example and keep moving forward with clarity, with conviction, and with purpose?